Hi, KYG here. I just want to tell you a story of that in time when I was young in the 1950s. I was just about, I was 12 years old, right, in the 50s. There was during the era of rock and roll. The forerunner was Bill Haley in his Comets. And later on we have Elvis. So I was his fan, Elvis Presley, in the 1950s, okay, with his puffy hairdo, handsome face and sideburns. We don't have sideburns, so what we did was we just paste it, and some even draw, with black mark, black ink, all right, to look like him. Of course, can't even sing like him. Hey, Asians. But then he was the thing. He captured the world by storm. All right, and they come to this, even to our region. Of course, there were other singers at this same time. People like Adam Faith, Cliff Richard, okay, the Beach Boys, Rolling Stones, well, and so many others. I can't name them all here. All right, the Monkeys. So as and when I go along, but then you see, then what? There was the Beatles. The Beatles came later, maybe a few years after that. But still, Elvis was the thing. He was so famous, so popular that he influenced our lifestyle. In the 50s. Not myself because I was too young, and was still in school. And most of the teddy boys were dressed like him, and of course, those were mostly dropouts and those who were really working in their early 20s or late, yeah, 19, 18 years old. So they had the money to buy the stuff. Boots and, jeans and that kind of stuff, expensive things. So, of course, they were a bit notorious in town, and then of course, they're being monitored by the authorities. And speaking of monitoring hooligans and this, during the 50s, there was this, I would say, this enforcement, because there were a lot of fights, gangsterism, and those stuff. And Tlemcen became a place where some of these people, the hooligans or those who were charged for felony, they were deported to Tlemcen, deportees. And these deportees were somewhere around maybe 23, 25, and they had to report to the police every day. They had to look for work, and most of them, those days as workers, laborers, and some even selling ice water and that kind of stuff. But they kept a low profile. But as far as I know, there was really no trouble with them. There were, I think, a few of them. They had tattoos. Those days, tattoo was a no-no. Those were tattoos they tried to scrape it out with acid. Those when police come after you, they look at you, they examine you. The first thing they want to find out is whether there's any tattoo all over your body. If there's only even the tiniest one, they will take you in. Gangsters had tattoos those days. Today it is the fashion, all right, all over. But those days, no. Tattoos and hidden from sight. Hidden from sight. Okay, and so we used to sit around these people, deportees, and they told us stories, showed us the scars, battle scars, and even the dragon, used to be a dragon, the arm, they used acid, to take it off, very ugly. But then we were sort of hero worship. Yeah, these guys, they tell us good stories, fought. Okay, having said that, The police, of course, they keep an eye on these people, you know. They report to the police. But there was another group of people, like I was telling you just now, who dress like teddy boys, you know, the dropouts. And on and off, they have this operation, not a very serious one, the thugs. The police will be around, you know, with the inspector, they go around. So I had the opportunity of watching the incident, you know. A few of the boys, maybe four or five, were not apprehended but stopped by the police. And one of the police used a bottle to shove it into one of the pockets, and the thing couldn't get in because the thing was so tight. So there was a warning: if drain pipe trousers was a no-no, of course it was not written, but then you see, if it's too tight, you'll be scolded or reprimanded. So two of them, you know, had the bottle stuck in the pocket. So the police said they just scolded them. They have to sit one corner. They were not slapped around. I don't know about these days. These days, you know, just dump them into the black market and send them off, and then God knows what happens, you know, there, over there. But those days, they were there out in the open. They all had to sit, you know, sit or squat in a corner. And the inspector will be giving them lecture, that kind of thing. But those days, you know, I don't think there's nothing to it. After that, you know, they took the particulars, and then within an hour they were dismissed. Probably they have recorded their names. They were not in jail, you know. But those were they were not involved in any fights, you know. But they did check them for ganja or the heroin stuff like those things. I don't know. Was non-existent at that time. They were not looking for that. They were only checking for drain pipe trousers. They should be properly dressed and a hairdo, that kind of thing. So that was an interesting event. You see, every night we just walk around. See, we'll be following, you know, these police. They'll be coming on bicycles, you know, not flashy cars like today. And then we will enjoy watching the fun. And they let us see. After all, you know, there was no gunplay and no nothing. It was very harmless. So that there was the day during the heydays of Elvis Presley. So we of course in the weekends we go to the coffee shop and then listen to the put in the coin jukebox 45 RPM we listened. So those were great days growing up in Talenson during the Elvis Presley era, Ricky Nelson, you know, and those people, the Everly Brothers, and so on and so forth. Those were the days. Great experience. Of course, well, I'm still his fan, Elvis fan, so it's been a great experience. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye bye.